Hello and thank you. You're watching Aroma TV.
Good morning, it's Sunday the 8th of August, and it's Clifford Headley reporting on behalf of Aroma TV. Today we're standing at the junction of St Loy's and Tottenham High Road, where there's been a serious civil disturbance. In fact, it's a disturbance which has seen half of Tottenham High Road practically burnt down. The disturbance has been due to the killing of Mark Duggan, which took place on Thursday evening on Ferry Lane. The police have reported that Mr Duggan has attempted to kill one of them, but the facts are there are eyewitnesses who are claiming that Mr Duggan was shot while unarmed and being apprehended by 4 police officers. No doubt the Police Complaints Authority will investigate this matter. However, we know from tradition that the Police Complaints Authority do not report on these matters with any kind of speed, so the likelihood of ongoing disturbances in the Tottenham area will continue. Clifford Headley reporting for Aroma TV on Sunday the 8th of... What do you know of the events that took place here in Tottenham last week?
The events that took place here in Tottenham. First thing you have to remember, right, is Tottenham is a place that is under the cloud of riots, okay? The riots that happened in 1985, they're still using that against us today. There are 6 young men in Tottenham who are on bail and have been on bail for over a year for the murder of PC Keith Blakely. 26 years after a white man got killed, they're still investigating it. A black youth got killed out there on Thursday, and they didn't even have the decency or the respect to go to that youth's parents to tell that parent what happened. They didn't go to the fiancé to tell the fiancé what happened so that she could tell that man's children how comes that man is not coming home again. Okay? We think that there's an utter contempt for our community, and we compare it to the treatment of Ben Kinsella, the white boy, one of the few white boys that are being killed in London. When he got killed, and no one's saying it's a good thing, it's a terrible thing that he got killed, but the way that the system treats his family, they fated his sister. His sister is now in control of the millions of pounds that's supposed to come back into these communities to stop this kind of behaviour. His sister, what experience or expertise does she have about these issues? So they've fated her. But when it comes to black people, they didn't even deign to go and knock on their door and say, yeah, we had to kill your child, or we killed your child. First of all, we don't believe.
Sorry.
We do not believe that Mark fired any shot at anybody. I don't believe that. We don't believe it a moment. We've seen when
no evidence of gun? Not even the...
Well, we've seen
the radio when him said the bullet went into?
We've seen when
we don't see that either?
One second. We've seen when Trident do these raids. They're expert at doing these raids. They do hundreds of them a month. We see them. You have no chance to draw. If you have a chance to draw, it's a failed raid, because they have the element of surprise on them. They have how many machine gun, and they're coming down on you. You're not supposed to be able to draw, much less draw and shoot. Our understanding is there may have been a gun, but if there was...
Where is it?
If there was, the gun was still in a sock, and they didn't find the gun until the time that they moved it. So the time when they were phoning people in the community that they engaged with, they were telling people in the community they shot a black man. They wasn't saying no black man shot at them. And had a black man shot at them, that would be the first thing they would say. A black man shot us, so we had to do it. But they didn't say that. But the reason we came here yesterday was because they didn't have the decency to talk and engage with the parents. And this is standard procedure. They must do this. So we came here to notify them.
From 5 o'clock?
At 5 o'clock we came here. And we came to notify them that a murder had been committed. Because if they hadn't told the parents, then maybe they don't know a murder had been committed even though they did it. So we come to make sure that they knew a murder had been committed. And when we arrived here, we sent in some women. And this is what has to be understood. It was a Women's Day yesterday. Women was leading this thing. We were taking
not the men, we're just backseat. And
the women went inside to lodge their complaint. The police said they couldn't take the complaint because it was being dealt with by the IPCC. We came outside, the women said, what we're going to do? We said we're going to demand to talk to a senior officer. The senior officer who happened to turn up happened to be the same colour skin as me.
Yeah.
So when the crowd saw him turn up, they started to really give him some stick. Instead of facing the crowd and fronting the crowd, he ran inside the station. He came out the station about an hour and a half later. Now remember, we only expected to be here for 1 hour, brother man. 1 hour. He came out an hour later and started prevaricating. We said we want to talk to boss. We want to talk to the organ grinder. I don't want to use the other term, we're on the organ grinder. He went back inside and prevaricated again before he came outside to say we're going to send for the organ grinder. By now it was 7:45. I told him, we don't want to be out here at night. Right?
He promised us that he's going to go back and get some kind of eye chief or whatever and come back and talk to her by 9:15. When he come to 9:20, he come back up with the same little short black man, Ismail Dalit, and somebody telling us, and he's telling the man who got killed, his fiancé, saying that they're going to come and talk to them another day. And we said to them, we've been out here a long time. We feel to tell what's going on. So then now we decide as big people say, you know what happened? We're going to go. Because we're bigger elder people. By then time, the youngsters them get frustrated already.
Well, what happened is, so when the women decided it's 9:15, we've been out here with our children most of the day, we're going home. When the guys see the women going home, then the guys got frustrated because they recognize that we're just wasting another 4 hours, that we were no wiser, that no one has seen fit. Even though we came out here, a couple hundred of us, they still didn't see fit to speak to us.
Yep.
So that frustration now started to build up. And when they saw a couple unmanned police cars, it's like a red rag to a bull. Why would you leave a couple? It's just the next road along. Why leave 2 unmanned police cars there? Even if the cars were manned.
Well, even if left all one by the Swan, which I believe was deliberate. I was watching it on TV.
They might take all the cars, them put on all the siren while I was there protesting peacefully. They try to rush the crowd with their siren and their car, and they wouldn't have it. It's me idea, and they turned back. They tried everything. The car tried to rush the crowd of people. We're standing in the road protesting peacefully. They turn on their siren and they start drawing them, his car down towards the crowd.
Run it back here,
right in front, they're in front of the crowd. And the people need to have a standstill, and I think some young people are seeing tomatoes, you know.
Yeah, tomatoes, yes,
and things like that. Yeah, tomatoes and things like that. And they turn and go back up. Long before they say they're going to come out to see it. That means that they was instigating something. I don't know what it was. But they wanted to do something yesterday badly. Yeah, they didn't want with the protests. But remember this, we were protesting peacefully, wanting to get that plain and straight. We were protesting peacefully. We did it from 5 o'clock right up till 9 o'clock, 9:15, before anything happened. When time the big people in this house said we're gonna go home now. You know me, I deal it. And that then for realize they didn't want to deal with enough form yesterday. And I don't think it's right.
Police do the perfection, yeah. Police
I
do
don't
the
think
perfection
it's right at all.
I see there, police, let them go straight into the people, you understand?
People,
tomato police go running back, you understand?
No.
The local borough commander has gone. Now again, because of the history of Tottenham, because you just killed a black youth in Tottenham on Thursday, you should have senior management in situ.
Exactly.
The local borough commander had gone on holiday. And what we was getting some chief superintendent, no, not even a chief superintendent.
We was getting some riffraff, put it that way. We was getting the riffraff of the police force.
Some foot soldier.
You know, some foot soldier. We didn't get no proper people to talk to us. And we still being humble as elders. Because these are our kids. We have to show them respect through certain circumstances. So we have to monitor this thing properly. Remember I said there was no riot or anything. We come down from a peaceful demonstration. We walk all the way from over the Broadwater Farm Estate properly, come down there and decide to talk to somebody properly. We didn't want no quarrel and no farmer things like what happened yesterday.